so-called greatest films of all time. Okay, you know, and we'll be seeing how bad this truly is. Okay, there's gonna be a bunch of no-name movies that I've never seen before, obviously. Okay, and we'll be going over movies that if we see movies that don't deserve on the list, we'll call them out for it. We'll start in the top 100. 12 Angry Men. I agree with this movie, but really only 100? Only 100 of the 2001 Space Odyssey. I'm surprised they don't have this in the top 10 because we're going from 100 to I don't really like this movie that much, but again, I'm in the very small minority of people who don't like this movie because a lot of people love this movie. You know, so Alien, agree. All the President's Man, never seen this movie before. Anchorman, surprised they put this movie here. Yeah, but I have never seen Anchorman before. So, Back to the Future, I think it deserves being the top 100 films of all time. Blair Witch Project, don't agree on that one. It was kind of, once you know that the movie was like, but again, this movie did reach a large impact on society. People thought this movie was actually real, but no, it isn't. It wasn't real. This movie was all fake, obviously. But Blowout, never heard of it. Brazil, yeah, that's on the list. Bride of Frankenstein, that's an old movie. Casablanca, not surprised, that's here. Children of Man, never seen it. Citizen Kane. Clueless. Why is this movie on the list? I never seen it, but is it really that great to be put on the list? Coraline, Crossing Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Dark Knight. I was like, if The Dark Knight's not on The Dark Knight is so low on the list. Some of these movies are so low on the list. Okay, Die Hard, I agree. Dog Day Afternoon, never seen it. Do the Right Thing. The Empire Strikes Back. Oh, they put they put New Hope ahead. Please don't tell me they put Force Awakens at like 2 or something, because that would be very stupid. Or The Last Jedi, because I know the critics, they love The Last Jedi for some reason. E.T., Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Exorcist, Get Out. Why is Get Out on this list? Okay, Get Out is on this list. Of course, I haven't seen it, but why is Get Out on this list? Of whole movies from the 2010s. Okay, okay, let's not put in. I hope they put Inception on this list, or else there'll be a riot inside. Like Get Out over Inception, Get Out over. This is so many movies from the last decade of movies that you could put over Get Out. Okay, Ghostbusters, agree on that one. The Godfather, of course, obviously. Why is The Godfather so well? Goodfellas, agree on that one. Good Bad Ugly, never seen it, but The Graduate. I never really seen many movies from the 60s. Apparently, there's a lot of good movies from the 60s and 70s. But yeah, Grand Budapest Hotel, never seen it. Groundhog Day, Halloween, Heat. And so, here's Inception. Inception's here. No, In the Mood for Love, The Iron Giant, It's a Wonderful Life, Jaws, Jurassic Park. Okay, it's mostly like the classic movies. Kiki's Delivery Service, never seen it. King Kong, Lawrence of Arabia, Let the Right One In. Wow, I've never seen this movie before. The Lion King. Why is Little Woman here? Oh, okay. So apparently Little Woman is better than Inception, it's better than The Lion King, it's better than all these classic movies. Why? This movie is so mediocre. What's next? They could put Booksmart on the list and try to claim it's a classic comedy, even though it's a complete pile of dog turds put into a movie. Okay. Where's the actual good movies from 2019, like 1917? Okay, Parasite, the actual good movies. Okay, the actual and Joker. Those are the best movies of 2019, not Little Women. Okay, it's a crime that if Parasite or Joker or 1917 are not on this list, but Little Woman is for some because they want to put this movie on there because it's about women. Then there's something wrong with these so-called film critics because those movies are infinitely better than Little Woman. Or in fact, the Spider-Verse isn't even on this list, but Spider-Verse is not even on this list either. That's funny. They didn't even put Spider-Verse on this list. I haven't seen Spider-Verse yet, but Little Woman higher. Okay, what's the movie that higher? It's higher than The Godfather. It's higher than Citizen Kane. I didn't really care for that movie that much, but it's considered widely considered one of the greatest films of all time. A lot of movies are widely considered one of the greatest films of all time. We have Little Woman. Okay, a movie that, wasn't that great. Okay, War of the Rings, Mad Max Fury Road, The Matrix, Metropolis, Muppet movie, really? They could put the Muppet movie as one of the greatest movies of all time. And then, oh yeah, the Muppet movie is better than The Godfather. I've never seen the Muppet movie, but apparently it's such a great movie that it's better than The Godfather. Okay, it's such a great movie. Okay, Night of the Living Dead, No Country for Old Men, No Stufru, Old Boy, Pan's Labyrinth. Really? They put Pan's Labyrinth on the best movies. They put it on the best movies. I haven't seen it, but here's Parasite. Paris is Burning, Perfect Blue, Pink Flamingos, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Portrait of a Lady is on Fire. Okay, they're putting this movie on the list. I never even heard of this movie before. Legit, never heard of this movie before. Well, let's not put Joker on the list because Joker is too controversial. Okay, I get why they're not gonna put Joker on the list because it's too controversial of a movie, even though nobody has ever seen this movie before. I'm surprised its entry isn't Booksmart because every critic fawned over that goddamn movie. Okay, The Princess Bride, Psycho, Pulp Fiction, Rear Window, Raiders of the Lost Ark, RoboCop, Rocky Pixel Horror Show, Woman Holiday, Ow Ow Ow. Well, I guess they do want to put some foreign representation. Surprised they don't have everything everywhere on this list, but I can understand they want to put some foreign movies on the list. Because they had some anime movies on the list too. Scream, Shawshank Redemption, The Signing, Silence of the Lambs, Singing in the Rain, The Sixth Sense, The Social Network. They put a movie. Okay, they put a movie about Mike Zuckerberg on the list. I never seen it, but I don't want to watch a movie about Mark Zuckerberg. I have Some Like a Heart. Oh, here's Spider-Verse. Are you fucking kidding me? They had to fucking put The Last Jedi on the list. And it's near the top. I think it's near the top of the list, too. Why is The Last Jedi even mentioned? Let alone one of the greatest films of all time. It is the best Star Wars movie. Oh yeah, the best Star Wars movie. Almost no one considers The Last Jedi the best Star Wars movie. Okay? Almost everyone unanimously agree that The Last Jedi is one of the worst Star Wars movies ever made. Okay? This is the almost unanimous list of best Star Wars movies. Here. Okay? Where is The Last Jedi? Okay, The Last Jedi is below all of the prequels. Okay? All of the prequels are considered better than The Last Jedi. All of the original trilogy is always considered better than The Last Jedi. Okay? And The Rise of Skywalker, because people don't like the sequel trilogy. And even The Force Awakens is only at 5. Okay? And this is a list by the Star Wars fan base. But according to the critics, it's the best Star Wars movie ever made because, trust me, it's the best Star Wars movie ever made because we admire, Ryan Johnson ruining Luke Skywalker and Ryan Johnson introducing pointless characters like Rose Tico and Hodo, characters that Star Wars fans almost unanimously hate. Okay, let's talk about the worst Star Wars movies. What's the worst Star Wars movies? Okay, holiday special, we can't really count that. So, The Last Jedi. So that means, besides the holiday special, which we can't really count that, it's The Last Jedi. You can look at those 12 comments for a holiday special. Okay. And then we have 61 comments for The Last Jedi, which is even higher than Attack of the Clones, which is, before that was considered the worst Star Wars movie. But no, it's The Last Jedi. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the Star Wars, what the Star Wars fans think of the Last Jedi. Okay, or you can go on the internet, look at, most Star Wars fans do not like this movie. Some do, obviously, but even like the worst movies of all time, we could go to worst movies. Okay, The Last Jedi is still on the list of worst movies. Okay, it's still on the worst of worst movies. For me, this is the worst Star Wars movie, even worse than Attack of the Clones. But this shouldn't be on here. I mean, Star Wars is one of the best movie franchises of all time, and the rest of it is pure crap, but that's in this video. It says it's random and it's all garbage. Okay. I know it's a Star Wars movie, but when you follow it's like animal cruelty is bad. There's another movie that came up very recently that has a way better lesson of animal cruelty than Star Wars The Last Jedi. Star Wars The Last Jedi teaches you nothing. If you want to watch a movie that teaches you about animal cruelty, just watch The Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Because they depict animal cruelty, from what I heard, way better than Star Wars The Last Jedi. Okay. Yeah. But don't worry, it's the best Star Wars movie according to film/film. Okay. Here, Tangerine, never heard of this movie before. Taxi Driver, Terminator 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, There Will Be Blood, The Thing, The Third Man, Titanic, Tombstone, Toy Story, The Truman Show, The Umbrella of Cherbourg, Watermelon Woman, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, When Harry Meets Sally, The Wizard of Oz, Yojimbo, Young Frankenstein, and apparently, according to this, Young Frankenstein is the best movie of all time. Just the fact that they even put The Last Jedi anywhere on the list, so these people should be ashamed of themselves. Okay, they should be like ashamed of themselves. I don't think any Star Wars fan will say The Last Jedi is better than the original trilogy. Okay, at least any sane Star Wars fan. Of course, you have the Ray-Rolls who probably think it's the greatest movie of all time. But no sane Star Wars fan will say The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars movie of all time. Okay? You can look at worst Star Wars characters. Okay? Worst Star Wars characters. Even. Okay? Rose Tico. What movie was Rose Tico introduced in? Yeah, Last Jedi. She was introduced in The Last Jedi because people don't like this movie. People don't like the characters of the movie. The acting performances of the movie. People don't like the acting of the movie. People don't like the story of the movie. Okay? A movie is more than just pretty visuals. Okay? And that's the only good thing The Last Jedi has accomplished. Okay? The story has to be interesting. Whereas it is Star Wars The Last Jedi and the story is boring. Okay? The story is bland. It's dull. Okay? They ruined Luke Skywalker and made him, a bumbling idiot who died at the end. Which I know people go, you're spoiling The Last Jedi, but I don't give a shit. Okay, The Last Jedi is a complete pile of shit. I'm trying to avoid you from watching The Last Jedi unless you want to watch all the Star Wars movies. Okay, as well. Rey. Oh yeah, Rey is the main character. Rey is probably one of the worst characters in the movie too. Okay, she's probably one of those. She trains at the Luke Skywalker. She wants nothing basically because they portray Luke Skywalker as a bumbling idiot. Okay, Holo, yeah, another character. Okay, as well. Okay, yeah, yeah. They could have brought back Akbar, and he could have, gave out his final thing to. But no, they had to bring Hodo. Okay, and what's worse, he's hailed as a hero. Yes, he's one of the worst characters. Okay, everything of the worst Star Wars characters come from this movie, The Last Jedi. Okay, Kylo Ren, yeah, Kylo Ren. He sucks throughout the whole trilogy. Like, God, he's probably like the worst Star Wars villain. Okay, and I'm saying that, like, see, he's even worse than Jabba the Hutt. Jabba the Hutt. The only reason why he's a bad character is because he's creepy. That's the only reason. Okay, Jabba the Hutt isn't a poorly written character. Is what I'm getting at. Kylo Ren is. Okay. Same thing with Rey. If Rey was a good written character, no one would be putting Rey in the top 10 worst Star Wars characters. Okay? No one would be putting Rey as the number 5 worst Star Wars character because the creators of the sequel trilogy don't know how to write characters. They do not understand storytelling at all. Okay? And that's why Star Wars is a dead franchise. But they had the gall, the nerve to put The Last Jedi as one of the best Star Wars movies of all time. Mon Mothma, another character. I think. Oh, I think she's from the sequels. She's from the. She's actually from the original trilogy, and so she's not a sequel character. Okay, but a lot of the characters from the sequel trilogy are either raised to potential, like Finn, okay, or boring, like Rey, Rose Tico, okay, characters that serve no purpose to the Star Wars, and they're trying to bring back Rey in a new movie, and they know it's gonna probably fail because the Kathleen Kennedy, team do not know how to write Star Wars characters. Okay, worst changes to Star Wars saga. Okay, this is the ad additions to yeah. Okay, the sequel trilogy, the only trilogy in Star Wars history to do worse by each entry. Okay, the sequel trilogy, the only Star Wars trilogy to do worse by each entry, which is the movie barely passed a billion. The Rise of Skywalker did. Okay, the movie barely passed a billion. Okay, because I have all 9 of the Star Wars movies. I have all of them. Okay, but if you want to talk about the worst changes of Star Wars, you can just talk about the whole sequel trilogy. The fact that those movies exist. The worst things to ever happen to Star Wars is this would be number 1. Disney buying Star Wars. That is the worst. Okay, like people put Jar Jar Binks. Okay, Jar Jar Binks didn't really do that much damage to the Star Wars brand. Okay, Jar Jar Binks is more popular than some of these characters from the sequel trilogy. More people care about Jar Jar Binks, okay, enough that they make memes and jokes about him. Okay, Some people actually find him funny. No one likes Rose Tico. I don't think really many people like Ray either. Okay, besides people who thinks he's cute. Okay, okay, but a lot of the reason why Star Wars is dead is because of Disney. This would I unironically be okay the number one. Yeah. Again, the release of the holiday special Attack of the Clones, George Lucas is okay. George Lucas is special as should be number one because they changed so much about the first three movies as well and made the movies, by older fans. Yeah, we even had this. Last time I had the worst scene in Star Wars history. The throne scene. That scene was awful. Okay, yeah, this video has turned into a rant about the Last Jedi. Introduction of Rose, the release of the Last Jedi. Okay, the death of Darth Maul. Okay, he actually did not die in Star Wars. He was survived in the Star Wars extended universe. Yeah, but absolutely, Disney buying Star Wars is probably the worst thing to ever, ever happen. Okay, yes, The Force Awakens made $2 billion, but The Last Jedi failed. Okay, yes, it made $1.3 billion, but the movie still failed because it killed Star Wars. Okay, there's still Star Wars Last Jedi characters still sitting on shelves in stores and like the bargain stores because nobody wants to buy Star Wars The Last Jedi figures. Same thing with Solo, same thing with Rogue. Even you can see Force Awakens as Rogue One sometimes. Why is it Skywalker? Even the Mandalorian now, even the Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, no one cares about these new characters. Even like something like Baby Yoda, and what's he think? That Baby Yoda would still be someone, but no one cares about modern Star Wars because doesn't even manage to screw up the Mandalorian. You had characters that people liked. Okay, Mando, Cara Dune, Baby Yoda, and Disney said, "Okay, fuck you. We're just gonna fucking screw you over." And with the season 3 and make it complete ass. Is what I heard. And no one watched it. No one watched it. Okay, Star Wars is a dead franchise. Okay, I think what Disney should do is stop making Star Wars content. Okay, maybe make the Ahsoka show because they know people like Ahsoka. But other than that, for like 10 years, no more Star Wars stuff. Until they can get the heads together and realize the sequel trilogy is garbage. Okay, the Star Wars hotel shut down. Galaxy's Edge failed because nobody likes the sequel trilogy, because nobody likes these characters. Okay, no one cares about the sequel trilogy at all. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically about this video here. And yeah, people complain about the prequel trilogy. Okay. Like, oh my god, I don't think people complain about the prequel trilogy anymore. Why? Because the sequel trilogy exists. Because everybody agrees unanimously the sequel trilogy is the absolute worst. Yeah, some people still like The Force Awakens, obviously. Because that's the only movie in the trilogy that actually had some, at least, semblance of love and care put into it. Okay? Had some semblance of love put into it. But again, the sequel trilogy is nothing worth watching. Goodbye.